Some of the sculpting tools now within TrueSpace 5. I'll start with a basic plane from my object library here. And I'm going to quad divide it a few times to get some extra geometry. We're going to make some sort of landscape out of this plane, which we can use in a scene later. I can always right-click somewhere on here now and start manipulating the vertices and faces around and start creating a landscape form. But that's going to take quite a while, and we've got some other tools which should be good at this. The Sculpt Surface tool in particular. Click on that and we open up a small dialog box here. Two sculpting options, which we're going to look at later. Erase Deformation, New Surface Deformation, and Copy Deformation. And we've got another one, Dinah Divide. That's something we'll look at too. So we just have to click on the plane somewhere. We open up a simple crosshairs here. This is going to start our deform. Right-click anywhere in the screen and drag, and we can immediately see that we're getting a nice deformation there with a larger area of influence around our crosshairs. We get a very smooth deformation going on there. Now I'm going to leave that there, just a right-click up, and I'm going to show immediately the copy deformation to another place. Click on the icon. Click somewhere else on my plane, and it's copied exactly the same deformation to that area. I can click again, and once again exactly the same deformation. This is a very useful feature. Now I'm going to start a new deformation over here. I'll zoom in a little bit. Click on my plane there. Right-click, drag. Now we're going to look at these crosshairs a little bit closer now. Again, I'll zoom in a little bit more. Use my mouse wheel and rotate to move around a little bit. Now if I click on the yellow dot, the small vertex on the end of this crosshairs, and move it, I'm holding left button and moving my mouse. It's actually moving in and out and changing the sculpt underneath it. And if I click on the green stem of the crosshair and do the exact same movement, left click and drag, I'm changing both sides of the sculpt exactly the same. Now if I right click on the end, on the yellow vertex and drag, I'm rotating that part of the crosshair. And once again, right click on the green arm, and I can rotate the whole thing here. I'll come back out again. Now we're going to have a look at the Dinah Divide tool. As we can see, this is shaded with a flat shader just to show the faces more clearly. But as soon as I click on Dinah Divide, we've immediately created new geometry. TrueSpace is automatically trying to smooth out this division that I've created. Now I can change the resolution of that by turning this spinner here. Just turn it on again. And we can see immediately that we've created even more geometry. TrueSpace is automatically trying to smooth out this deformation for me. Of course, there's another way to do this. I'm going to come out of this as part of this exercise. We're going to look at one of the previous tools. Exit Sculpt mode. And now I'm just going to click on the subdivision surface icon. Immediately I've subdivided the whole plane, and TrueSpace has made a fantastic job of smoothing all those little hills out for me.